Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So you've guessed it, we are talking about Baby Doge. And the purpose of this video is to understand, is this going to the moon? Have you got a chance of making big money? Or is it dead? Is this the end of Baby Doge? Well, I want to play a middleman part here. I want to look at both sides of the coin, no pun intended, but I want to offer you, the viewers, a wide stance view of the reality of this, coming from a smart investor's view, not getting caught up in hype, not making quick decisions. Let's look at this as fundamentals. Let's take the pros, let's take the cons, and let's also take with a pinch of salt some of the ludicrous things that, we're going to start with the white papers. So actually, let's talk about Baby Doge. What is it? Well, it's an offspring off of Dogecoin, okay? So, and we've even now got, and I might do another video on it, is Mini Doge, okay? So these offsprings are coming off of it, and again, they are what they are. They are a meme stock. The whole point of this long term, if we actually look at the reasoning, is a whole pump and dump, make quick money. And look, if you get in early and you got out at the right time and you know when to do that and you're a professional in that, you've made some big money. Like seriously, there's, over the last 7 days, if you'd have entered at the right time, over 1,000% you would have made. It's insane. But for those of you that are watching, if you are thinking, oh my God, am I getting involved in Baby Doge or am I not? Well, let's have a look, and hopefully this video is going to help you make that decision. And we're going to look at fundamentals. I spent the last sort of 2 days really looking at this, kind of gathering information, wondering whether to do a video on it. And I do want to do this because I want to inform you. There is no financial advice. These are my own opinions, but I'm coming from a position of fundamentals first, and then I'll make my decision. So look, let's just go through this white paper to start with, because I can totally see why many retail investors, and I'll pop it up on the screen at some point here, why many retail investors are just absolutely loving this at the moment and see potential. There might still be potential for this going to the moon. I'm going to explain why I think it's had its real spike, where it hit this over 1,000%. It's, we're already at like $100 million trading dollars in the last 48 hours, which is insane. And the shareholders have gone up dramatically, and we're going to look at that. And also, we've got to take what Elon Musk tweets with a pinch of salt. Come on, we're not making financial decisions based on a tweet. It's insane, really. But let's go down to the abstract. So, number one, so it talks about, Baby Doge's dream, what it wants to do. Look, they've got some great incentives here. Like, you can't deny that they've marketed this brilliantly, compared to sort of Shiba and other coins, and some other really basic coins. There's not really a lot of incentives, whereas they've played this nicely, like the actual, the little dog, everything like that, the cuteness of it. They've even got a cuteness rating. It's insane. So you can now, this is one of the first ones you can actually pay directly from a credit card. One of the first meme coins to offer a live decentralized swap directly on the website, which is a huge bonus. I know that many will love that. They've got an entire roadmap on the Pool wallet, which users can track their rewards gained, reflections, wallet balance, coin valuation, and more. Like, it's a really user interactive and friendly, which people are going to love. And the incentives. They're looking to support 45 US dog shelters. So it's going to be pulling on the heartstrings of other retail investors. Like, they're bringing in quite a community here. And I know those within the memes stock communities, they love it. The whole family thing, which, look, this is just me. Like, I don't get sucked into this whole community thing because, let's face it, it's dog eat dog. When it comes to investing and making profit, and quick profit, like this is overnight decisions that you make. You enter at this point, you wait for the market, you're watching the market, and you exit. You're not bothered about bringing up your friend or bringing, and holding and stuff like. And we're going to get into the long-term holding, by the way. Like, I've got to touch on that. So the values, it's, transparency, community, longevity, trust, everything like that. It sings, it sings positivity about everything it says, right? And then we move down ecosystem. Like, there's a lot of detail here. Again, I'll probably pop it back up on the screen. So we've got 5% fee for redistributed to all existing holders. So again, there's a lot of internal pros that, if you hold $1,000, you get 0.5% given back to you every day. So you're getting like a $5 increase every day. So what does that do? That increases longevity in the hold from retail investors, because they're like, oh, look, I'm getting this incentive, I'm not going to sell. So that hold, what that does really in a nutshell, and I'll put a chart up here somewhere, that holds a nice steady bit of growth because people are less likely to sell. They're more inclined to hold because of these little incentives, and they've marketed this just brilliantly. Some of the nuts things about it is obviously the poor map. You know, they've got phase 1, phase 2, all the way up to phase 6, and I'm going to read this out. Phase 6. So when they get to 50 billion market cap is when they want to get involved with the dog shelters, the sanctuaries. 100 billion market cap, they want to carve a Doge into a mountain. I mean, they want to carve a Doge into a mountain. I mean, at what point do you take it seriously? Like, it doesn't necessarily become about their vision. It becomes about you guys and girls making money. That's really what it's about. It's not about carving a Doge into a mountain. 500 billion market cap. They want to create a religion. Ludicrous. 1 trillion. They want to create the largest world meetup of Baby Doge community. Great, looks great on paper, very attractive. I'm sure it brings in a lot of people and stuff like that. I'm sure people, get hook, line and sinkered by that. I personally wouldn't. One of the things you really need to be wary of, okay, when looking at this, and again, I'm playing both sides of the coin here, is when big influencers get involved. I mean, let's just use the biggest one at the moment. I'll pop his tweet up here somewhere. Elon Musk, he tweets something, people jump. Like literally, he could say, Subway coin to the moon. Next thing you know, everyone's buying Subways, everyone's buying shares in Subway, and it's going to the moon. At what point, as investors, do we start making decisions like that within a minute based on a tweet? I mean, it is a bit bonkers. It's totally nuts, but people do that, and he can manipulate. Elon Musk, just as an example, can manipulate the market. Just insanely make big movements. I mean, it's insane. I mean, look what he did with Bitcoin. You can't buy Tesla with Bitcoin. Now you can buy Tesla with Bitcoin. I'm not involved. I am involved. And the market's going like this. It's going all over the show. And everyone's sort of like, don't know where they're going. So just be wary when big influencers start driving the price up, because those are just little indications that the manipulation has begun. So you need to be very smart. So long-term holding. Now, I just want to touch on greed, because when it comes to meme stocks, I truly believe, okay, and I think if you know this game inside out now, you're professional at knowing when these meme stocks are sizzling, when this mini Doge is about to pop, you buy at the right time and you know your exit, you can make some serious money. But that is the message I'm trying to get across here, is that when you invest into like a fundamental company, okay, not necessarily a meme stock, but when you invest into like a fundamental company, you look at all the foundational stuff, the directors, the vision, the growth that company could have over long-term, 10, 20, 30 years. Is it still in a market that is fat and bloated and that can be attacked, and new divisions can be created, new products, it still has that growth? That's a really good company to invest in. And that's the whole point of long term. And when someone would say to me, are you holding for the long term in that company? I'd say absolutely yes. But meme stocks, especially Baby Doge, we look at the chart here. Over the last 7 days, we kind of had this steady growth, and I'll pop the chart back up here. And if we look at it, we've had this steady growth, and then we had this huge spike over 1,000%. We went kind of from 7 days of, I think it was like 274% growth, had a huge spike, jumped up, total 1,000% increase. If you'd have been perfect on your timing and sold, you've made some good money. And whoever's made some good money, good on you, because if you'd have bought in early, you've made a big amount there. But now it's this kind of, you've got the hype around it. So we're in the hype stage. All the videos are coming out. I'm doing this video on it. So the hype, the retail investor now is really perking up to those who missed the early buy-ins. And this is the whole point. If you've missed the early buy-in, it may be better to start looking at the new meme stock and getting in early, and then doing your fundamental due diligence checks to whether it's going to blow up or not. So is Baby Doge going to the moon? My prediction is that it did take a slight slump. After this spike, it hit a slump. But now it's actually on the steady increase. I think it will hold this steady increase because of all the incentives, the backing that it's going to get, the community that it's growing. I'll pop it up here on Twitter. You can actually see within the last 72 hours, the shareholder buy-in and actually holding now is dramatically going up. I think it went from 350 up, again, I'll pop it up, 350 to 370,000. So that's like really steady, strong growth. And I think that will continue because Baby Doge is so early. So I do believe there's profit still to be made if you're buying in at the right price. but most importantly, knowing when you're going to exit, because I think when greed kicks in and you do this whole, I'm sticking with my family, my community, we're holding, we're not selling, that's fine. But I just think I think you're cutting off your nose to spite your face when you do that. That's just my opinion. And look, let's look at some other details just around here. So we've covered off high profile influencers, the purpose of this whole pump and dump. If you actually look into more complex, I haven't got one here, but if you look into more complex charts, you can actually see there's been a lot of sell-offs within the last few days. So is that a good sign? I don't know. That could be taken either way, but personally I think it's more of a negative that there's been a lot of sell-offs more than there has been buy-ins. It does very much replicate a Ponzi scheme, very much to some of the other meme coins. However, actually looking at where we are in the market as a whole, when crypto's down, Bitcoin, just some of the bigger players, and actually Baby Doge is still performing very steadily. So that is a positive to take note of. I'm not convinced on its long-term growth. I think there could still be money to be made, but long-term, I don't know. The market cap, there's not been an official publishment of a market cap, and if there has, I haven't seen it. Post it in the comments below. I haven't seen it. When you've got a market cap, you can use that as an indication of where it might be going, or its potential, and how quick that market cap is increasing, and then you can kind of make informed decisions about that. At the moment, there's only kind of provisional market caps released which aren't official. So just be wary around that. Obviously, we've seen some huge spikes within the last 48 hours. Obviously, we've seen over 100 million of trading volume, which is a massive increase. So again, that's something to be aware of. Again, it is positive because while others are in a dip, this has had a huge amount of trading. So that's something to take into consideration. My feelings as a whole, I'm not going to be investing in Baby Doge. I have invested in some other meme coins and stuff like that and stocks. But again, for me, it's about fundamentals. It's about looking at where this could go, where the company could go. This is going to be short-lived, right? This whole meme hype thing, it's totally taken the attention off of the crypto world into, the meme stocks and the hype stocks. It's totally driven on this at the moment. And will this be forever? No, it won't. So I suppose really the purpose of the video is just to really conduct proper due diligence. Don't make quick decisions. Don't invest money. For Christ's sake, don't take out loans. Invest dead money. If you're going to put money into this stuff, get in early, know your exit. Don't be greedy. Don't look for these ridiculous spikes, and really do take videos with a pinch of salt, or the Reddit Wall Street articles and stuff like that, because when someone publishes something 1 hour, and then an hour later someone says something else, you can't make informed decisions. It's just like a fact. So Baby Doge, I love it in the sense that the marketing's great, the cute image, everything like that. Is it going to go to the moon? I don't think it's going to go to the moon. I think there's growth to happen here. I do believe there is growth. Looking at the chart, looking how steady it is, and the community that it's building and the rate that it's building, yeah, I believe there's still growth here, and I still believe that there's money to be made. I'm just not going to be involved myself. But look, good luck to everyone. There's no FUD here. This is just kind of to try and give you some information and hopefully make you think, okay, well, am I going to part with money and go into this? And why am I going into this? Like, have I still got the chance of making big money, or do I need to be looking for the next meme stock? And go research and find out how to do that. So until the next video, I hope this helped, and I'll catch all of you very soon.